At 10 starts now.
Welcome to News Watch 12 at 10. I'm Justin Betty. After 20 years in Afghanistan, U.S. troops only have one last mission in that country: to get any Americans or allies still there out. But the Taliban takeover of the country is not the outcome many people were hoping for, including veterans. News Watch 12's Georgina Fernandez spoke to a local veteran today about his experience there and his thoughts now. She joins us live in studio with details. Georgina.
Justin, I spoke to one vet today who tells me he's happy to have his fellow troops return home. The fight didn't end the way it should have.
We're back to day one. We're back to September 10th, 2009, before we got hit.
It's like the clocks have been turned backwards for Jason Daly, a Rhinelander native and Afghanistan war vet. Daly deployed with a local unit from Tomahawk in 2008 after his friend and him enlisted after graduating from Nicolet College.
We were going to be fighting them one way or another, so we might as well keep it in their backyard instead of ours.
Daly served as a specialist E4 at Flanagan from 2008 to 2009, working to clear roadways of explosives. Now, nearly 12 years since leaving country, he says everything he worked to preserve is gone.
It sucks. Just seeing all of it fall apart. Everything that we did crumbled in days. There had to have been a better option. Something.
As the Afghani government collapsed under Taliban control on August 15th. Although Daly says he's happy his fellow troops won't have to live through the horrors he saw, the steps taken by the U.S. government unraveled everything past vets tried to accomplish.
The entire thing's a complete screw-up on the political level. Everybody's trying to point fingers right now, and Biden, Trump. Leaving that country that fast created such a void, it imploded. And that's exactly what we saw in the days that it took for the Taliban to sweep through that country and take it back over.
Leaving behind the feeling of a mission left incomplete.
I could go back, even if it was by myself. Give me a rifle, give me as much ammo as I can carry, and I know I'm not going to make it. But at least I tried. At least I tried fixing what got screwed up.
That's Georgina Fernandez reporting. President Biden's administration is also sticking by former President Trump's decision to lift protections for gray wolves across most of the nation. But a top federal official tells the Associated Press there is growing concern over aggressive hunting and trapping for the animal in the Great Lakes and Northern Rocky Mountains regions. U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service Assistant Director Gary Frazier suggested the agency could intervene if wolf populations start being threatened with extinction. Wisconsin is scheduled to hold another wolf hunt starting this November. The latest U.S. Census numbers are in. That count every 10 years is used to help government officials redraw the state's political boundaries. The Oneida County Land Information Director helps with printing the maps, but the actual designing isn't done by hand anymore.
With the use of GIS today, it is much simpler to make these changes with the database behind it compared to 40 years ago when I did my first one, and we were handed a colored pencil and a paper map in order to do this.
Oneida County has 21 county supervisors. The goal is to get all of those supervisors to represent roughly the same number of people, in this case about 1,800 per district. Oneida County Clerk Tracy Hartman says it's important for folks to be informed about this process.
This impacts their elections. It impacts who they're voting for. And I think that's important for people to understand that shifts. Our goal is to make sure that people are equally represented, and that's part of the goal of the census data, is to make sure that you don't have one district that's representing 2,000 people and one that's representing 1,000.
If you have any questions about the process, Hartman says people can stop by her office, the courthouse, and ask. There's also meetings scheduled for September 7th and 14th with discussions about plans for redistricting. 2 people have died after a motorcycle crash in the town of Linwood. According to the Portage County Sheriff's Office, the motorcycle had been traveling south when the driver lost control and hit a tree. A man and woman who were riding were both tossed from their seats and pronounced dead at the scene. That crash remains under investigation. We now know the name of the person arrested and accused of starting a house fire in Lincoln County yesterday. Aaron Bowman was in court today. He's charged with 8 counts, including arson and first-degree reckless injury, tied to a house fire northeast of Merrill early Thursday morning. He's now being held on $100,000 cash bond. Still ahead, we have highlights from the opening night of the high school football season here in Wisconsin. But first, Andrew's in with your full weekend forecast. Next on Newswatch 12 at 10.
Ripco Credit Union since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
Make no monthly payments for 120 days on all Silverado 1500 Crew Cab pickups. Plus, get 2.49% financing when you finance with GM Financial. And get $2,500 cash allowance.
Your eyes are everything. They're how you see the world and connect with others. At Shopco Optical, your eyes are everything to us too, which is why we offer everything to help you see better and look better. A huge selection of designer frames, convenient locations, and experienced optometrists. We're Shopco Optical. You'll see. Right now, get 50% off lenses with the purchase of any frames.
It's Slumberland's anniversary sale, but you get the gifts. Get a complimentary 4-night hotel stay at over 400 great hotels. Plus an extra 20% off when you spend $3,000 or more. You get more nights and more savings the more you spend. Get a 2-night hotel stay plus an extra 10% off when you spend just $1,000. So go ahead, get that new furniture and the trip.
Well, hello, Slumberland.
Buy more, save more, and get the trip. Now at Slumberland.
Ripco Credit Union since 1932. In the best of times and in times that require just a little more flexibility and kindness. We've been here, we'll be here. We are here for you. Federally insured by NCUA.
Temperatures right now are in the 70s all across northern and central Wisconsin. Even some upper 70s. Eau Claire at 79 right now. Ashland Superior 77. It's pretty warm and it's going to stay warm throughout the rest of overnight. So that saturated air is pretty hard to cool off. So looking at that hourly temperature trend that we have coming on up, 70s, and we'll bottom out into the upper 60s here in Rhinelander. Our average low for this time of year is 52. So well above that tonight. So we do have that warm temperature coming tonight and warm temperatures coming up tomorrow as well. Right now we are under mostly clear skies all around. You will notice outside there is an almost full moon that will be coming more full for the next couple of nights, but the best time to see it will be tonight and tomorrow night. But the clear skies won't last very long. We do have increasing clouds working into the area. You'll notice this line of thunderstorms just starting to cross into Wisconsin. That is part of a system that's moving on through right now in Minnesota. So we have a low pressure center that's tracking off to the northeast, and that's dragging a cold front with it that's going to be crossing through the state of Wisconsin tonight and into tomorrow. And when that does, it's going to be bringing some thunderstorms through the area, but you'll notice that they're going to be weakening once they cross the state border. So we're seeing the strongest storms going to be in Minnesota, just off to our west. And then as that system moves off to the east, those colors are going to indicate that green to light green, that those storms are going to be not severe as they enter for our area. Our biggest concern will be for some breezy winds. Wind gusts could exceed 20 miles an hour. So let's time this out right now. We're going to be looking ahead at Saturday morning, seeing that cold front move on by, and that's going to be giving that round of thunderstorms early in the morning from overnight tonight. And then right behind that is going to be refreshingly dry air. It will feel very pleasant after this cold front passes by, and we'll start to see more sun than clouds to wrap up our Saturday. So this is going to be Saturday afternoon, 3:30, keeping on with those clear skies through the rest of Saturday into overnight. Now looking at our Saturday night, what we're going to see for rainfall is not a whole lot of rain. So like I said, the main concern for these thunderstorms will be breezy winds. You're still going to be wanting to tend to your gardens because that rainfall is going to be pretty minimal. Seeing more of that in the Green Bay area, so not so much in our neck of the woods. There will be some redevelopment here for thunderstorms later on into Saturday afternoon. So for tonight, we have increasing cloud coverage. Right now, the skies are clear. Thunderstorms will be developing late tonight, most likely right before daybreak. Low temperatures down into those upper 60s. It will feel pretty muggy overnight, and we'll be maintaining a southeast breeze that will be felt at 5 to 15 miles an hour. Some wind gusts getting over 20 miles an hour, especially in any thunderstorms. So now looking at our Saturday, we're starting off the day with those thunderstorms and showers. Not a whole lot of showers, just getting the ground wet. And then in the afternoon, we'll have that decreasing cloud coverage behind that cold front, giving us mostly clear skies as we head into Saturday night. High temperatures topping out into the upper 70s to low 80s, and we'll have more of a west wind coming in at 5 to 15 miles an hour. That will become more northwesterly as we head into Saturday night. And now for a look at your 7-day forecast, brought to you by Northwoods Furniture and Mattress, is going to show Saturday starting off with those thunderstorms in the morning, and then afternoon drying on out. Sunday will be a very pleasant day all around, lots of sunshine, and we'll stay dry on Monday, ramping up that humidity some, and then we'll have rain and thunderstorm chances in middle parts of the week. Justin?
All right, thank you, Andrew. Over the past 2 days, the Phillips Public Library has been hosting a mini golf course at City Hall. The event's part of the National Library program aimed at keeping kids active during the summer. The library also holds programs called Wacky Wednesdays with snacks, outdoor games, and lots of fun. Still ahead, we'll look at the latest COVID-19 numbers here in Wisconsin and hear what state health leaders say is the key to getting more people vaccinated after the break.
What makes Wisconsin Dells perfect for the whole family? Family rides, family slides. Whatever your family size, it's the right size. Wisconsin Dells, it's family time.
Northwoods Furniture and Mattress. Let us help make your home your own with furniture and mattresses you love. Home furnishings from Lazy Boy, Flex Steel, Smith Brothers, and more. The area's largest selection of quality Amish-built furniture with many styles and custom options. Find top brand mattresses in stock, including Sealy, Serta, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic. Need furniture now? We sell our floor models with new arrivals weekly. Stop in our 2 locations in Eagle River with exceptional selection, service, and savings. Northwoods Furniture and Mattress.
Update your floors with 11% off everything now at Menards. Enhancing the beauty of your home is easy with our great selection of durable, water-resistant, and easy-to-install flooring options. IVC sheet vinyl and Ellison House laminate flooring hold up to everyday life and come in a variety of styles to complement any room in your home. Save 11% on all IVC sheet vinyl and Ellison House laminate flooring right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Right now, you can get 2.49% APR financing for 60 months, plus $750 TFS APR cash on a new 2021 Camry, RAV4, or Highlander. Toyota. Let's go places.
Beautiful Pelican Lake home being sold to the highest bidder regardless of price. Sunday, August 22nd. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys.
You don't want to miss the Central Wisconsin Military Show, August 20th to 21st at the Motorama Auto Museum. Visit centralwisconsinmilitaryShow.com for more information.
The number of new COVID-19 cases in Wisconsin today is the most since late January. Today, DHS reports just over 1,600 new cases. We're now averaging 1,241 per day over the last week. Death numbers, meanwhile, DHS reports 11 new deaths from COVID-19 statewide. We're averaging between 6 and 7 per day over the last week. New data shows the overwhelming majority of these new serious cases are in people who are not vaccinated. Many health leaders say the key to getting more people vaccinated, though, isn't the data, it's the messaging. Newswatch 12's Cooper Henkel explains.
When it comes to COVID-19, the evidence remains clear. Masking and vaccines are effective. But conspiracies and politicized headlines are drowning out what experts say are real warning bells about the future of the pandemic here in Wisconsin.
1,359 beds in Wisconsin, and only 121 of those are available. So we're 92% full right now.
Florida frontline doctors say they're seeing double the cases they did back in winter of 2020, when the first major wave of the pandemic was at its peak. Doctors say it's just a matter of time before Wisconsin catches up.
If we're not more vaccinated than these other states, if people aren't protecting themselves to a different degree with mitigation measures than the other states, we probably shouldn't expect to have a different outcome.
What we're seeing now, the cases, the hospitalizations, and the deaths at this point are preventable.
Medical jargon, political convenience, and relatively low levels of scientific literacy all make what doctors call a medical marvel seem suspicious.
But at this point, we have one of the most effective, safest vaccines that's frankly ever been developed.
Wisconsin's vaccination rate stagnated back in July, despite growing data and support of the vaccine's safety and effectiveness in the face of the Delta variant's threat. A psychological phenomenon known as the backfire effect may explain why. Psychologists say when someone has a deeply held belief, evidence that that belief is wrong actually convinces them to dig in deeper on that idea. The stronger the emotional connection, the more powerful the backfire. But that emotional logic can work both ways, with doctors saying the vaccination effort in Wisconsin will need to be person to person and not data in detail.
You go on all these different medicines that frankly have far higher side effects and a far higher risk profile than this vaccine, but you trust your doctor for that. And so I would say talk to your doctor and trust your doctor on this as well.
Call it dihydrogen monoxide and tell people it's found in sewage, and even a drink of H2O can seem scary. That's why experts say that building trust in the science and in its messaging will be key to stopping the spread of the Delta variant and ending the pandemic. For Newswatch 12, I'm Cooper Henkel.
The high school football season is now underway. We'll have highlights from across the region, week 1 of the Friday Night Blitz after the break. But first, here's this week's Big Old Fish.
Newswatch 12's Big Old Fish is brought to you by Kurt's Island Sports Shop in Minocqua. They're both marvels. Okay, where do fish go to borrow money? Answer: loan shark. Well, anyway, moving right along, we start this week's Big Old Fish with 5-year-old Bennett Brainerd from Eagle River. Now, he was out fishing for the first time with his grandma and reeled in this good-sized rock bass. And I'll tell you what, that good-sized rock bass qualifies. It's a big old fish. Keep on reeling them in, Bennett. Next up on this week's Big Old Fish, we have 14-year-old Jason Lynn from Eagle River, pictured here with his personal best, a 25-inch walleye. 25-inch walleye? Yep, you guessed it. Big old fish, Jason. Keep on reeling them in. Moving right along, this next submission comes to us from Doug Cernansky from Rhinelander. Now, pictured here with Ollie, age 9, who actually caught this 30-inch brute of a northern all by himself while he was fishing with his dad and grandpa on a local lake. Well, way to go, Ollie. That is one big old fish. Keep on reeling them in. Next up on this week's Big Old Fish, we have Heath and Sawyer from Poland, Maine. Well, they were really excited when they caught this largemouth bass. Way to go, guys. That's one big old fish. Keep on reeling them in. And finally, on this week's Big Old Fish, we have 8-year-old Joey Hervella from Land O'Lakes. Joey was out fishing with his mom, dad, and younger brother Alex on the Eagle Chain, and he was using worms when he slammed into this absolute hoss of a largemouth. Now, it was a windy and hot day when they were fishing, and the fish were really biting. Well, that right there is a big old fish. Keep on reeling them in, Joey. All right, fishermen and women, make sure to keep those trophy pictures coming. All the information you need to be in a future episode of Big Old Fish and win a Norling Taxidermy fish mount is on our website, WJFW.com. And remember, anglers, fish on.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Builders Service Incorporated, Elko.
Hungry for something hot and juicy?
Maybe.
Breaded by hand?
Sounds steamy.
Nestled between two toasted buns?
Toasty.
The new hand-breaded chicken sandwich. Buy one, get one for just $1. Only at Hardee's.
Feed your happy.
At Lakeside Living Design, we've always got something stylish in store for you. Whether you're looking for high-quality custom upholstery, decorative accessories and gifts, or are designing your space entirely from scratch, you'll have a friendly designer by your side, sharing their expertise, helping you bring your unique style to life. So stop by, explore our showroom, and together we'll make your space feel just like home.
Renee is not an influencer. She's more of a groundbreaker. Just look at the way she's reshaping and reimagining her 4-acre slice of heaven. It's not hard to tell she's the real deal. Renee runs with us on a John Deere 1 Series tractor because out here, you can't fake a job well done. Nothing runs like a Deere.
Stop by Lakeland Lawn and Equipment in Arborvita for special offers taking place for a limited time. Get great deals and service on legendary John Deere equipment.
Whether it's for work or play, you want a truck that'll get the job done right. We have them all. Half-ton trucks, Power Strokes, Cummins, Duramax, SUVs, over 800 to choose from. Know that all Lenz trucks are fully inspected, certified clean, can be purchased online, and can be delivered right to your door. It's our way of saying thanks to our past and future customers for the last 35 years. Go now to lenztruck.com.
Lenz Truck! We would never hit 12 drunk. Clutch it up drunk? Not a chance. Do a stoppie drunk? We would never drift drunk. So you should never drive drunk. Drive sober or get pulled over.
Hungry for something hot and juicy?
Maybe.
Breaded by hand?
Sounds steamy.
Nestled between two toasted buns?
Toasty.
The new hand-breaded chicken sandwich. Buy one, get one for just $1. Only at Hardee's.
Feed your happy.
Friday Night Blitz is brought to you by Featherstone Cabinetry and Sweetwater Spirits and Resorts. Your Blitz starts now.
Oh man, it feels good to be back. The Friday Night Blitz is finally here. I'm Nate Myhawk. That's my sports partner, Griffin Stroin.
Oh my goodness, it felt like last football season was forever ago. I am so excited for it to be back, and we have a good slate of Week 1 games.
Yeah, I mean, we had Edgar, Lakeland Union, Tomahawk, and Rhinelander. But first, we got to start with Mosinee hosting Stratford. And it was a glorious night for football down at Mosinee High School. Let's pick it up. First quarter, opening drive for the Tigers. Dropping back to pass on third down. The swing pass is complete, but look at this. The gang tackling from the Mosinee defense. That forces a Stratford punt. Next Stratford drive, and they realize, hey, it's pretty smart to give the ball to Rafe Smart. Taking the handoff to the outside, he gets down the sideline, cutting back, making defenders miss. 59 yards all the way down to the 1. And the very next play, Gavin Kirsch up the middle. He is in for the score, and Stratford opens the year with a nail-biter. They win 14-7. Now Lakeland Union hosting Edgar. We had no scoring in the first quarter, but Edgar's driving to begin the second, and the quarterback, Madison Butt, fakes the handoff, tosses one up to Everett Brame, who hauls it in for the touchdown. 2-point conversions, no good. It's 6-0 Wildcats. After a Lakeland fumble, Edgar back at it again, and Carter Butt dances into the end zone for the first of 3 touchdowns on the night. They're up 12-0. T-Birds would try to get something going. Rocky Wagner taking the handoff up the middle for a good gain, but the drive would stall, and Edgar just kept it coming. Butt letting one fly deep downfield to Ashton Shuitt. That's a 35-yard gain, and it would lead to another Edgar touchdown. The Wildcats go on to win 35-0.
Staying within the GNC, but moving on to Tomahawk. They're hosting Rhinelander. I know the Hatchets, they have that beautiful field. It just never gets old. Second quarter, Tomahawk down in this one. Bode Im throws a nice ball. Diving grab by the Hodag defender. They think it's an interception. The refs would call it a completion for the Hatchets. But a few plays later, the Hodags would come up with the ball. Quarterback keeper, he loses the football. Rhinelander hops on top of it, and they are back in business. Hodags looking to capitalize. Tomahawks in the backfield immediately, but Caleb Osikis refuses to go down, bounces it outside, says, "Get off me." Rhinelander rolls in this one 32-0. Now to Eagle River. Wittenberg Burnhamwood coming to town. Kevin Grundy making his coaching debut for Pines. First quarter, Chargers up 12-0 and looking for 6 more. But the Pines safety, Tyler Janikowski, says, "No way, Jose," interception for the Eagles. But then to the second quarter we go. Wittenberg Burnhamwood driving again, and the quarterback, Caden Cropland, he's going to take it himself, finds the edge, and he's turning on the Jets. 30 yards and the score. The Chargers find themselves up 19-0. Now to their next possession. This time, Davis Byer gets the handoff, makes one defender miss. And you know what? He's going to add another defender to that list. No one on the Pines roster can tackle this guy. He stretches for the touchdown, and that's 6 more points. And then a few minutes later, Caden Cropland looks off the safety, heaves it to Owen Will, that's another touchdown. Chargers, Wittenberg Burnhamwood wins this week 1 matchup over Pines 53-0.
And checking back in with the Great Northern, defending conference champion Medford went all the way up to Rice Lake to open the season, but the Raiders fall to the Warriors by a final of 28-6. And in the Northern Lakes Conference, Crandon opens up the season against Hurley. The North Stars defend their home turf with a 48-0 win. And finally, we had Marathon traveling to Iola, Scandinavia. A great fight from the Red Raiders, but they fall short 39-14. All right, Griffin, we've made it this far into the Blitz, and it's only getting better from here.
Oh, yeah, we've got way more highlights and lots more coming up next, so don't you dare go anywhere. We'll be right back.
This portion of Newswatch 12 is brought to you by Stone Innovations, Rhinelander and Plover.
Unlock a summer of possibilities in a new Chevy. Expand your options and your perspective. Find new summer adventures. Find new roads.
Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on select popular Chevy SUVs. Plus, get interest-free financing for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
When it comes to internet and TV, Spectrum has the competition beat.
Really? Can you keep up with all this?
Yes. With faster download speeds and better performance, Spectrum is the #1 choice for gamers. Switch now with the fastest internet starting speeds for the price, 200 megabits. That's enough speed to game, surf, stream, and more on all your devices. Get Spectrum Internet for $44.99 a month. Call 833-742-4499.
Okay, but what about TV? It's not easy to find something that works for everyone.
Spectrum TV with the free Spectrum TV app lets you watch live sports, local news, and more on your TV and on your devices. And unlike satellite, there's no ugly dish on your roof. Get Spectrum TV from $44.99 a month. Call 833-742-4499.
Too bad I'm in a contract.
Stuck in a contract? Spectrum will buy it out up to $500.
Seriously?
And you won't have to sign a new one. Don't wait. Switch today.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yes! Get Spectrum Internet and TV from $44.99 a month each. Call 833-742-4499.
ELM Repair in Edgar is a family-owned and operated full-service diesel repair shop. From pickups to semi-trucks to heavy equipment and RV service. If it runs on diesel, we can repair it. Want more power and better mileage? Our experienced professionals will get your truck running and at peak performance. With a state-of-the-art dyno and fully stocked parts department, we can even come out to you with our 24-hour mobile repair service. ELM is always looking for passionate and talented people to join our team. The Diesel Doctor have it done right the first time at ELM Repair.
Hi, I'm Brian from Creative Granite. When I need the forecast from Minocqua, I go to WJFW.com for my hometown forecast.
Your hometown weather, available 24/7 at WJFW.com.
Welcome to Land O'Lakes, Serenity at the top of Wisconsin.
Stay with us at the Gateway Lodge in Land O'Lakes. Relax in our indoor pool, delicious dinners, and the coziest lounge in town. Come back to tradition at the historical Gateway Lodge.
Huge auction August 22nd, Pelican Lake, Wisconsin. Pontoon, fishing boats, ATV, tools, home contents, antiques, aluminum pier, lifts, and more. Contact Brass and St. Louis Auctions for more details.
Take it away, boys.
I don't know about you, Nate, but whenever I go home, I always get that warm feeling in my stomach. You know, it's that place I love. And I'm feeling that right now with the Friday Night Blitz. I'm just so happy.
You and I both. There's just something about football season that hits differently. But enough of that. All right, let's get back to the highlights. Let's go down to Wausau. West opening up the season against De Pere at Tom Field, and let's pick it up in the third quarter. De Pere, they're looking to air it out, but Brandon Capitz flying in like a missile to jar this ball loose. A nice play by the DB. And now on third down, De Pere looking to the air again, but the pocket collapses, and Ethan Elke right there for the sack. The Warriors force a punt, and on the ensuing drive, Colton Garrick going up the gut. Barrels in for 6, and West opens the season with a 38-14 win.
Moving north up US 51, and you'll hit Merrill. Blue Jays hosting Valders. In the first quarter of this one, a bad way to begin this game for Merrill. They give up the touchdown on the opening drive, and then a few plays later, they fumble the ball, and then deja vu, the Valders find themselves back in the same spot, and it's the same result. RJ Jeffrey is in for the touchdown. Valders is up 14-0, but here come the Blue Jays. Caden Dowles takes the pitch. He's got a convoy in front of him, makes a man miss, and then whoop! He's setting his team inside the 10-yard line, and then the very next play, it's the quarterback keeper for Brian Ball. He gets into the end zone. Tonight, though, was just not the Blue Jays' night. They fall in this game 40-22. And then our final game of the day, Kingdom Prep Lutheran taking on Rib Lake and Prentice. First quarter, 4th and 15 for the Hawks. Quarterback Michael Barchart rolled to his left. He's going to throw up a prayer, and it is caught by his receiver right at the first down marker. And then a few plays later, play action. He's in trouble, and he's going to make a grave mistake, and the interception is made by the Wolfpack. This game was a defensive slugfest into the second, still tied at 0. Rib Lake Prentice in striking distance, but turnovers killed them. Another interception, that one by Josiah Robinson. The Hawks fall in their first game of the season, 12-0, the final.
And before we let you go tonight, some other scores we need to mention from our area. Amherst hosted St. Croix Falls. The Falcons fly high, 42-19 win for them. Then moving to the east, Stevens Point faced perennial powerhouse Kimberly. Panthers will head home with a 34-9 loss. And finally, Marshfield going to Fond du Lac. And the Fondy Machine starts 2021 with a 31-12 victory. Griffin, we just covered a lot of football tonight, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
Absolutely. A great way to start off the season. And you know what? Luckily, we got a lot more football incoming.
Yes, we do. And we're not done with football just yet this week. And the two of us will be in Green Bay tomorrow for the Packers game against the Jets. Should be a good one. I'm excited. But in the meantime, we'll see what brings for tomorrow. I'm Nate Myhawk. That's Griffin Stroin. Have a great